Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Really appreciate you stopping by. It is time for June favorites, and I am really proud to be doing this on time. Go me. I had a really good June. Of course, it was my birthday month at the end, so that's always good. So I'll have some really nice goodies to show you. I think there's some things, I think I've said this for the past couple of favorite videos, but there's some really good things that are going to be coming next month as far as my favorites. Been playing with a lot of new products and lots of new yummy things that I've purchased, so I'm excited about that. I have no idea what I'm doing with my arms, but... So one of the things I had started, which I can't remember if I've talked about it or when the last time I talked about it was, my birthday was June 27th, and on December 27th of last year, I kind of reevaluated where I was in life, which is so deep and ponderous. And I decided there were just a few things that I wanted to work on, that I felt like certain aspects of how I spent my free time and things like that were getting in the way of. For example, finding the new job. I think I've talked about this, but getting a new job and getting settled in my life and growing up a little bit and things like that. And one of the things that I let go was the blog, newshinebeauty.com, because I felt like I wasn't doing it the way that I wanted to do it. I wasn't writing it. It was becoming more of a pressure point and becoming a chore instead of being fun. And not that I expect it to be, happy fun times all the time, because I do have to fit it into a 45-hour work week on top of my personal life. But it just wasn't happening like it should have been happening. So I gave myself a 6-month time frame to kind of get some things straight. And so I did get those things straight, and I really miss writing. And writing for the blog and reviewing things and talking about products and methods and all this kind of stuff. So I have started it back up again. Granted, it's only with one post, but still, I'm planning more. So I really hope that you will take time to go check it out. Let's get to the good stuff. First, so if you are, well, that was really like, so if you are on Twitter, Instagram, if you've been reading blogs, you will know that this next product has been quite controversial in the past few weeks, and it is Sally Hansen's Extreme Wear Hard as Nails Nail Polish in number 420 Pacific Blue. But it's not the new Pacific Blue, it's the standard Pacific Blue color. I actually am really late to the game on this one. I was reading all about how the formulas changed, the colors changed, and I was looking at the color, and I was like, I really don't wear blue nail polish. And then one day I was in Target and I picked up Essie's Butler Please, which is pretty close to this. It's a little bit deeper. The formula of Essie's Butler Please is awful. I don't know why. I put a ban on myself on buying Essie nail polish because I hate the brush, I hate the formula, and despite the fact that I love a lot of the colors, I can't deal with it because I'm so not good at painting my nails. So I went ahead and bought Butler Please and just wasn't happy with it. And I saw the hoopla going on about Save Pacific Blue, which hashtag Save Pacific Blue. And I happened to be in Walgreens, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look. So they had 2 of them, and I tried it, and I've literally only used this once, and yet it's still in my favorites. It is an incredible nail polish. It is an incredible formula, and I totally get every single tweet, crying out in angst over Sally Hansen changing this color and formula. It wore so well on me. I didn't use a base coat. I've been kind of in that lately. I'm finding this stuff does work better for me if I'm not using a base coat, or at least not the ones I have. I put on a couple of thin coats. It's spread. It's self-leveling. Is there anything better than a self-leveling nail polish? When I say I'm not good at nails, it's just not something I'm good at. I need polishes that are forgiving, and this is please go out and find it. It's just the best thing. The color is awesome. The color is flattering. It's a universally flattering blue. It's going to look good on every single skin tone. It's amazing. And Sally Hansen, get it together. Get this back out there. Stop playing around. You're going to lose a lot of people over that. So go search behind all the new shades if you have to, because first in, first out doesn't get observed. So love that. That's enough. Okay. Moving on. I have been, despite all the new lip products I've been buying lately, there's been quite a few days, where I'm just not, I just don't feel like keeping up with it, you know? If it wears off, if I'm wearing a bright berry or a bright color or whatever, and it wears off, I just don't really care to replenish it. Drinking coffee, I'm drinking Diet Coke and stuff like that, and I just don't have it in me. So I've kept this product, the Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector. Let's put it on the English side. There we go. This is number 6. This is kind of the tawnier one. Of course, it's still clear sheer. I'm wearing it today. I love it. I mean, the texture of these is really, really perfect. They are, if you use the NYX Butter Glosses, this is a better version of that. It's kind of a more original version. I mean, they're pretty close, but I love this one probably better. The color selection is very limited. It's not like the Butter Glosses from NYX where there's a huge color selection. There's maybe 6 total of the Clarins ones, but I've had this for a really long time. Well, yeah, no, I've actually had this for a while. It's lasted quite a long time. The applicator is, mine's dirty, but the applicator is like a felt tip sponge. You squeeze it and then it comes out really soft, really nourishing. When I've been outside and I've let my lips get sunburned, or they just need to be exfoliated, and they're dry, I can put this on and within a couple of hours they're really smooth again, really kind of plump feeling. There's no plumping factor to it, but they're just smoother and they feel better. Can't talk about this enough. If you want one lip gloss balm to really see you through, this is a good one. The only really disappointing thing about it is that seriously, did I seriously leave that there? It's my laundry hamper. So, got some clothes on top. I need to do laundry. Real world. Okay. Anyway, bringing it back. The only thing I really don't like about this is that it doesn't have SPF in it. So if Clarins could work that out, that would be great. Okay, so my next favorite is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. This is the shiniest one that, it's not really showing you much, but it's the one that you can really easily use as a highlighter. You're not going to see it, so I'm not even going to swatch it. I use this like a highlighter, and I've used it that way since I purchased it. The difference is, and why it's a favorite this month, I mean, it's fantastic, it's beautiful, it's subtle. I mean, all of this right here is from Luminous Light. So it's fantastic as far as the texture and just being really, just very radiant looking. I've been using it with this brush, and I've been using it differently than I normally do. So I'm not using it in a really concentrated manner with a smaller brush that gives my kind of traditional stripe of highlighter, which, I do love an excess of highlighter. But I've been using it with the e.l.f. complexion brush. It's $3. It's from the Studio line. You can get it at Target, and of course mine is dirty because it's been used. But I like it because it's still kind of pinched, but I just kind of pop it in here, dust off the excess of course, and then just go in this general area, and it just makes everything illuminated and really highlighted without being, I don't know why this is so hard to describe. It looks really nice. It's softer. It makes it look like my skin is dewy and healthy without it being highlighter, if that makes sense. Anyway, loving this. And then I've also been loving using it as kind of a T-zone powder. So now that it's hotter and it's summer and I'm a little bit naturally dewier, but not much because I still have my dry skin, I'm kind of setting the T-zone with this powder too. Because it has all the radiance and glowiness to it, it doesn't make me look like I'm powdered. It just looks, it's just awesome. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time describing this, but I've really been liking this. So if you have dry skin, and I am so sorry. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry, I didn't know my phone was in here. Okay, so if you have dry skin and you maybe need a powder, but you're afraid of looking powdery and cakey, this is a really good way to go. Okay, and then my skin has been really troubled over the month of June. I ran out of my beloved Dermalogica, the Daily Microfoliant, which is literally a daily exfoliant, a microfoliant. It has a little bit, it has some enzymes to it, so it's got lactic acid, I think, in it. It's got the tiniest bit of salicylic acid. It's got rice bran granules, a little bit of cornmeal or cornstarch or something like that. It's an amazing product, worth every penny, but I ran out of it this month, or last month. Early in the month, I think, maybe even the end of May. And I've since repurchased it, but I didn't have anything and I was kind of waiting to buy any more, and I wanted to use up some products before I purchased another one. And one of those products that I've had for a while and haven't been using is the DermaDoctor, the Physical Chemistry. This is very similar to the Daily Microfoliant in the sense that it's an enzymatic and physical exfoliant. However, it is not something you can use every day. This has glycolic acid in it, it's got lactic acid in it, and it also has microspheres, which are just really tiny bits of something. I hope it's not plastic, but something that offer the physical part of the exfoliation. So you get the enzymatic, the chemical, from the glycolic and such, and then you get the physical from those little tiny scrubbies. This is amazing. It's $75 and it's worth every penny. It really, I've had the microdermabrasion treatment from Ulta through, from the esthetician that every single Ulta has in the salon. And it's a great treatment. And I've had the one that combines the facial and the microdermabrasion treatment, and it's amazing. But it's $85 a treatment, and if I get this, I can get multiple treatments out of it and get roughly the same experience out of it, or the same results out of it. I'm not suggesting that this replaces all microdermabrasion type treatments, but this stuff is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So it's like a white, this container is really nice. It comes with a pump. However, like, you pump it out here. Mine, for some reason, is broken, but I'm not buying it for the packaging. But I would suggest, taking it back or something, letting them replace it, because it is $75. So it's just this white kind of smooth substance. I have no idea if you can see that. Very creamy, and you're supposed to put it on dry skin. However, so you put it on dry skin, you rub it around, you let it sit for a minute or two, and then I usually just wash it off in the shower. But when my skin has been extra sensitive, like it was this past month, it's been extra irritable and breaking out and things like that, I would put it on with a little bit of water, so it's not as harsh when it hits the skin. So I would either wet my skin, just kind of leave it damp, or I would mix it with a little bit of water in my hand before I put it on. Still got great results. I don't feel like it compromised the results at all. So this has been saving my skin when I didn't have the Daily Microfoliant. Even though I have dry skin, I still need to have the exfoliation, and I still need, dry, dull skin is not a good look, and I still need that new, youthful, radiant skin to be released. And I cannot talk about this enough. Now, because it does have glycolic acid in it and lactic and all this kind of stuff, you really have to use SPF 30 in your day-to-day life. I don't care if you're sitting in an office, I don't care if you're indoors all day, you still get some UV light from like lighting. Granted, it's not as much as a tanning bed, but you're still getting it, and over 30 years of your work life, you're still going to absorb it. And then, whatever kind of light it is, UV, whatever. And then simply, like, even now, I'm sitting in a room, but I'm sitting by the window. There's still plenty of daylight coming in. So it still affects your skin, and when you're using these chemical and enzymatic exfoliants, it's revealing that newer skin that doesn't have as much built up sun protection in it. You have to use, it's more sensitive. You have to use sunscreen. So you should be using sunscreen anyway, but you should really be using sunscreen when you're using a product like this. So, enough about it, except to say that it's fantastic, worth it. You can find it at Ulta. You might be able to find it at Sephora too, I'm not sure, but highly recommend that. And then finally, for my last, well, I'll do this first and then I'll do something. So, okay, not quite to finally yet. I have been using the daylights out of this lip liner lately. It's the only neutral lip liner I have, with the exception of a clear one. This is the NYX retractable lip liner in number 13 Vanilla Sky. It says it's waterproof, it's not waterproof, but this is the shade of my lips without any product on them, and I love it because it helps things last longer. It's a great nude color. It doesn't add any pink, it doesn't add any pink, it doesn't add any peach, it doesn't add too much brown. It's very truly neutral, and it works with everything. And I like a lot of the sheer lip products, lipsticks that are out. I just need them to last a little bit longer, so using a lip liner definitely does that. And this one doesn't make me feel like I'm too high maintenance. It doesn't make me feel like I'm, it doesn't make me feel like I'm too made up. So I can use this one at work, and I can use it when I'm being lazy, and it's all good. So really recommend these. They say they're waterproof on the packaging. They are not waterproof, but they do help your lip products last longer. So very good product. And then finally, I bought some Makeup Geek products recently, and one of them is the Stiff Dome Brush, which is not as stiff as it sounds. And this is the new color scheme that Marlena and company have done. I love this brush. I love the shape of it. So it's wide that way, flat that way. It's very similar to a MAC 217, I think. It works really, really well for the crease, as you might imagine. I like it especially well because this one's a little more pinched than some of the other ones I have, so it's a little bit flatter that way. Because I don't have a deep or wide socket, crease line, because my eyes are smaller and because, they're hooded and all this kind of stuff, I need something that can really get in there and deposit the color like I need it to, and then blend it out really nicely. So, you put it in there kind of straight on and flat, and then you turn it and you can get a really great blended line. So really, really happy with this. I think it's a great purchase. It's very inexpensive. Really happy with that quality. And then finally, I bought a couple of the blushes. So excited. Bought a couple more eyeshadows, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about now. So I purchased recently, Brown Sugar. I'm going to tell you the names and then show you them. Pretentious. So Brown Sugar, Pretentious, and Vanilla. And so this is my palette that I keep them all in. So this is Pretentious, and it's this beautiful bronze color. Ugh, love it. I purchased Brown Sugar, gorgeous warm brown, gorgeous, and I purchased Vanilla, which has turned out to be an amazing blending shade. So that's Vanilla. Really, really, really impressed with these. Like, I've clearly, you can tell that I have some more shadows in here. So I knew how good they were, but really, really good. Just awesome. Really happy with the colors. And then, of course, the blushes. I mean, can we talk about the blushes? So I bought two. I bought Secret Admirer and I bought Bliss. I'm wearing Bliss now over some bronzer. I used it to touch up with. I didn't start off wearing it, but I've been wearing makeup all day, so it's faded some. But I am so happy that she came out with these. I think it was a great choice that if you had to have, if she could only produce lipstick or blush, not both, definitely glad she got rid of the lipstick because these blushes are awesome. I'm sure you've heard plenty of people talk about them. Secret Admirer is a beautiful pinky lilac color. It's not as pale and purple on the face. It warms up really nicely as it looks on my finger. Let's see if I can do this. Make a good swatch. It has, I think it's completely matte. So there's Secret Admirer. I love it because it's cool toned, but it's something that I can easily wear being someone who is more warm toned, and everything kind of tends to get warmer on my skin anyway. Bliss is a beautiful light peach shade, a true peach that I didn't have anything this light. I just love the glowiness to it. I love how light it is, but it gives this really warm glow. I just can't get enough, y'all. I can't get enough. So I'm really happy I bought these. I do want a couple of more. A Rendezvous Romance. Romance looks really good. I've never liked NARS Orgasm. I just think it's an explosion of tacky. I'm sorry, if you like it, that's great. I'm sure it looks better on you than it looks on me. But I'm just not a fan. It's just too much for me. But I think Romance is a really good option because it's just hanging out by my head. I think Romance looks like it's going to be really peachy and smooth, whereas Orgasm is very broken up as far as the glitter. Like you can see each piece. But anyway, that's a different story. Really, really happy with these. Of course, you've heard the texture's amazing, and they are. It is amazing. It's, you know, they wear really well. I want to see if you can see that color better. I'm just completely worth the money. So much better than all of the really, really, really cheap blushes I bought that just kind of sit around and don't last long and all this kind of stuff. Ooh! I just dug into it. Crap. I just put a big gouge. No. Okay. We're done. We're going to put this down. It is now time to wrap up June favorites. Thank you for watching. Like I rambled on about in the beginning of the video, please check out social media, Twitter, Instagram. You can start reading the blog now. Yay, there's going to be new content. So exciting. And let me know if there's anything you'd like to see a video on, blog post, reviews, whatever it may be. And I hope you guys have a fantastic July. I will be back soon with new videos and new blog posts, like I've said a million times. Thank you again, and goodbye.